Welcome to Premier Scene. I'm Claire Bueno, where we attend the European premiere of Disney's Dumbo. Your character's very much adjusting to a new way of life when he comes back to family and the circus. Was that something that attracted you to the role?
That wasn't something that jumped out. What attracted me to it, to be honest, it was more to do with working with Tim. And I did like the script, and I was moved by the script, and I thought it was entertaining, and it had a very clear feel-good factor to it. But working with Burton was kind of the primary reason why I was excited about the prospect. You know,
the characters are very nuanced as well. Was that something?
Just
black and white.
Yeah, no, hope not. I mean, it's not the most detailed character piece in the world. I mean, these characters they feel to me like they're archetypical, like they represent, each character represents a stage in life or a particular quandary that they find themselves in. So it's just fun to take what was on the page, and also keep an eye that you made it accessible to kids and families, and because there are some heavy themes that are dealt with in the film, but they're done with a lightness that I think makes it accessible to a broad range of people. You have such grace and poise when you're up on the trapeze. You almost feel like you're at home there, and I just wondered to the extent that you had to work to pull that off.
Well, it's an illusion if I look very comfortable up there. No, I'm kidding, because actually, I mean, I was terrified when I found out I had to play an aerialist. But I trained, and the circus people really gave me confidence, and I took off, which is a miracle.
Oh my goodness, when you get the opportunity to work with Tim Burton, it's not an opportunity you're going to turn down, is it?
It's not. On your first movie, going straight to Tim Burton is so crazy.
And then you get the opportunity to ride elephants too. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you had to do there.
Well, it's like two dreams at once, isn't it? But no, riding the elephant was definitely one of my favourite bits, because it was like, sometimes it was an animatronic, it was like a robot who like swiveled around. Sometimes it was just a statue. Sometimes it was Ed was the one who played Dumbo. Sometimes we were just sitting on him. Variety of different ways. It was just, oh my God.
And working with Tim, I imagine he very much looked after you and was there for you.
Yeah, he was. Tim is awesome. Tim's very nice, and no, he looked out for me the whole way there.
And then you're also working with Colin Farrell, who's got a great career in acting. I imagine you learnt a lot from him.
Oh yeah, I still am obsessed with Harry Potter, and he was in Fantastic Beasts, so I already liked him a lot. No, it was just everyone, even Danny, Michael, Eva, just out of this world.
What was it like playing the baddie in this film? A very simple question.
What do you mean, what was it like? It was great. I mean, when Tim gave me the chance to play a Disney villain, I was like, yeah, please. And he's such a fun character. I mean, he's pretty dislikable, but it's always fun playing those characters and bringing some kind of humanity to the character. And since I'm the main foil, the main antagonist, for Dumbo, it's kind of ironic considering I grew up being the Dumbo. So now I get to, see both sides of the story.
I know we know the story of Dumbo because of the animation originally, but when you're working under such a tightly guarded secret script, are you presented with the whole script, or are you only given what you need?
On this occasion, I was actually sent the script initially, and that was one of the main things. I mean, apart from obviously working with Tim, I read the script. Erin Kruger wrote a great script. I cried when I was reading the script. So I thought, obviously I'm going to have to do this. I mean, if I can make myself cry just reading the script, I cannot wait to see the final product.
I imagine when your agent picks up the phone and says, I've got a script and Tim Burton's directing it, you're like, this is a dream come true.
At first I was like, what is the audition really? Very good. Haha. And even when I got the call to say I'd got the job, I kind of went, okay, right. It just felt unreal, and even being here today, it still feels unreal and magical, and so yeah, it
is a dream come true. And you're Miss Atlantis. Tell us more about Miss Atlantis.
Miss Atlantis is the saddest mermaid you'll ever see. She's in her tank, she's very sad, she's very quiet, the opposite of me, basically. But she goes on a really nice journey through the film, and thanks to Dumbo, she gets to find her courage too. So it's a really nice story.
Nice character arc, because she does. I'm trying to think how to. what she does is really pivotal. You can't say too much, but you do have a big impact on what actually.
Yeah, and I think it's that thing where you're stepping up for what you believe in and for people you love, how important it is. So, yeah, go Miss Atlantis.
You're working in such a huge production with a mammoth cast, and so for people like yourself that are kind of stepping up to the next level of acting and screen acting, really, can you share a little bit about what that experience is like, and have you got any advice?
I would say enjoy it. Just take everything in, listen, ask questions, and just enjoy it, because it feels like yesterday we wrapped and now we're here. So I would say enjoy every single moment.
The producers were saying that for Tim, it's very much about creating a family environment. Is that something that you felt as well?
Oh, I feel like I'm part of another family now. We all keep in touch, and yeah, I just think it's been so much more than a job. It's been
a life-changing experience.
Yeah, it really has.
With a film that is as dark as Dumbo, having a director like Tim Burton that can keep that tone but also bring shade and colour to such a story must be a real boon.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the original movie, there's actually a warmth to it, and it's about this beautiful relationship between a baby and that baby's mother, and it's about this character who's born into the world and is seen as an outsider, but ultimately takes the thing that makes him different and uses that as his superpower to reunite with his mother. So it has all these sort of like really warm classic themes, and one of the things that I love is that's exactly what Tim, I think, when he talked about the film, the thing that he was most interested in trying to honor and really brought to this film as well was really trying to capture the spirit of the original film.
And if I could talk to you about some of the casting, because obviously it's some of Tim's normal collaborators as well as some new cast. Can you explain a little bit more about the new casting?
The new casting were Colin Farrell, but he fit immediately into the whole family of the Burton family. And then Nico and Finley, this was their first films, and they were absolutely amazing. And it just gelled as one big family, which all of Burton teams do. I mean, mostly the same crew and many of the same cast, and it just becomes a very happy place on set. So, there's a lot of light to his darkness. Yeah.
And with technology the way it is, with the use of animation, Tim obviously is an animator by trade. Is there anything that he brought to that as well, that kind of vision?
Absolutely. I mean, every single nuance, every single aspect of Dumbo, Tim had a hand in directing. So although it's not the traditional kind of stop motion animation or hand drawn, I think people just assume that it's a different process. Maybe the director doesn't have as much control, but he absolutely, every single tiny little thing that Dumbo did is something that Tim directed that character to do. So, and it comes through, I think, yeah.
You can see the kind of personality in the animation.
Absolutely, and you see, tracing back in Tim's earliest career, he had characters, and now to bring it's kind of come full circle now. Tim working with Disney, doing drawn animation, and now 2019, computer-generated Dumbo. It's kind of a perfect fit.
That's it from the European premiere of Disney's Dumbo. But before you fly, remember to like and subscribe.